Welcome, and thanks for attending our virtual child passenger safety presentation on the basics of forward-facing car seats. As you probably have noticed when shopping for a car seat, they all look different, but the important thing to know is that they all meet the same federal safety standards. We don't endorse any particular car seat. The best car seat is the one that fits your car, fits your child, fits your budget, and the one that you will use correctly each and every time. When children turn forward-facing in their car seat, they are watching everything that you do. Be a good role model, so when it is time for them to drive, they buckle up on every ride, put their phones down, and observe the rules of the road. Did you know that when drivers are unrestrained, 71% of the children were also unrestrained? Buckle up on every ride, every time. There are so many car seats on the market. They look different, they have their own instructions, sometimes making it hard to correctly use. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, known as NHTSA, cited more than half of the car seats are not properly used. Some examples of misuse are a wrong seat for the child, the harness straps too loose, or the car seat not secured to the vehicle. If you are using a car seat or plan to, it is shown to reduce fatal injury by 71% for infants under 1 year old and by 54% for toddlers 1 to 4 years old in passenger vehicles. Every car seat should be registered with the manufacturer. Registering either online or using the registration card on the seat allows the manufacturer to contact you in the event of a recall. They are not allowed to use this information for anything other than registration. Recalls are car seat defects, which may or may not affect the safety of the seat. Recalls can be voluntary or a required action taken to notify consumers of a defect and provide a way to correct problems or deficiencies once a car seat has been sold. Manufacturers must offer free repairs or replacements for products recalled for violation of safety standards. If you have a seat which you are not sure if you registered, you can always go onto the manufacturer's website and register it. You can also log on to NHTSA/recalls and check to see if your car seat has a recall. So now let's learn the basics of car seat. First, selection. Is this the right car seat for your child's weight, height, age, and developmental level? Direction. Is it rear-facing or forward-facing? Location. Is the car seat in an appropriate location in the vehicle? Installation. Is your car seat secured to the vehicle? And harnessing. Is your child's harness snug enough to ensure their safety? It is important to understand that it does not matter which type or brand of car seat you select. They all have been tested to meet the same federal safety standards. There are 3 types of forward-facing car seats to choose from. On the left is a forward-facing convertible car seat. This type of car seat can be used rear-facing, then turned forward-facing once the child has reached the upper height or weight limits for rear-facing. The seat in the center is a forward-facing combination seat, meaning it can only be installed in one direction, forward-facing. This forward-facing car seat can be used with an internal harness. Then the harness can be removed and can be used as a belt positioning booster once the child reaches the upper height or weight limits for the harness. On the right is the all-in-one seat. This type of seat can change from rear-facing car seat to a forward-facing car seat and then to a booster as the child grows. The idea of an all-in-one is to have one car seat that you can change as your child grows. It could be used for as long as 10 years. In this video, we will see the different effects that a small child may experience in a rear-facing seat versus a forward-facing seat. Parents should keep a child rear-facing to the highest weight of their seat. It is safer. If turning around forward-facing, which we will talk about in the next few slides, proper installation will minimize the excessive forward motion of the seat. Best practice is to not turn your child forward-facing until they reach the upper height or weight limits of their particular rear-facing car seat. Once forward-facing, keep the child in a forward-facing harness until they reach the upper height or weight limit of the seat's internal harness before transitioning into a belt positioning booster seat. Many forward-facing seats have age restrictions as to when a child is able to begin using them. Check your car seat labels and the car seat manual to verify any restrictions. Your best resources are your car seat and the vehicle instruction manuals. Usually we toss the manuals aside. However, these are manuals you will want to keep handy. The labels on the car seats can be very colorful with installation instructions, warning labels, and height and weight limits, which may be printed in both English and Spanish. The labels use words, illustrations, and even color coding to easily explain the proper use of the car seat. If you misplace your car seat manual, you can go online to download a copy. These manuals are your lifeline in using your car seat properly, and if you have additional questions, call the manufacturer. Reading the labels on the car seats can give you information such as who manufactured the seat, when it was made, and maybe the expiration date. Each manufacturer sets their own expiration date so you know how long the seat will be good for, but a general rule of thumb is 6 years. A good tip would be to locate the label on your seat, which can be located in different places depending on the manufacturer, with the manufacturer's name, model number, and date of manufacture, and put it on your owner's manual, or take a picture on your phone to have it handy in case you need to call the manufacturer with a question, search for a recall, or go online to locate your instruction manual. On this new Narava, the labels can be found on the bottom of the seat. Many seats use color coding labels to separate rear-facing from forward-facing belt paths, weight limits, and much more. For this seat, all the blue labels indicate it coordinates with the rear-facing installation, and the red labels are for the forward-facing installation. Car seats mostly have the same parts, so we will discuss the common parts that you may see across all brands of seats. The parts will work very similar, but there may be slight differences. The harness slots are used to set the harness strap height. Forward-facing straps will be at or just above the shoulders. You will see some examples in the next few slides. The chest clip is used to position the harness properly on the shoulders and must be positioned at armpit level. The buckle locks in the end of the harness the same way you buckle the adult seatbelt. Always listen for the click. The harness adjuster strap can be pulled to tighten, and the release lever will allow the harness to loosen when activated. All straps should be snug on the child's shoulders and should not be able to be pinched at the shoulder. The splitter plate holds and secures the harnesses in place. The shell absorbs the crash forces protecting the child. In order for the car seat manufacturer to meet or exceed the minimum federal safety standards, they can design their seat any way they want. You must read the label. Forward facing to the highest weight or height of the car seat is very important. Children should be forward facing until that highest weight or height limit of the seat. Children should be in the back seat until 13 years of age. Several factors should be considered, such as who else is riding in the car, types of seat belts, lower anchors, or presence of a tether anchor when deciding on a location. On some forward-facing car seats, to allow the seat to sit in an upright position, you may have to fold down a foot or a kickstand. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions for their use. Some forward-facing car seats allow a slight recline depending on the child's weight, so follow the instructions. The example on the left allows 5 different recline positions forward-facing, and the example on the upper right determines the allowed angle depending on 2 weight stages. To achieve the recommended recline, some car seats have recline levers. Some car seats have a lever that you can squeeze or push to allow the seat to be moved in different positions. Many levers are embossed with the word recline. such as this example of the Even Flow Symphony all-in-one car seat shown on the left. There are different installation methods for each type of car seat. Forward-facing seats are typically installed using either a vehicle seatbelt and tether or lower anchors and tether, but not both. However, please check the car seat manual. It is highly recommended to use a tether for forward-facing installations to minimize the forward motion of the seat. Forward-facing seats are installed in an upright position unless the manufacturer allows for a semi-recline installation. Check the manual for instructions. Once the seat is installed, check for tightness by pulling side to side and back and forth by the belt path. Ensure the seat does not move more than 1 inch, which is called the inch test.
Once your car seat is installed, put your hands where the belt is at the base of the seat and give the seat a good tug. If your seat moves more than 1 inch side to side or front to back, make sure to retighten. Then test it again. Once your seat does not move more than 1 inch side to side or front to back, great job, you've passed the inch test.
To install the car seat, you need to identify the proper belt paths. The belt path is the area on the car seat where the seat belt or the lower anchor straps will be routed through to install the seat. On a convertible seat, like the one on the left, there are 2 belt paths. Each belt path is used for which direction the seat will be installed. Forward-facing only seats will have 1 belt path. The blue circle is for the rear-facing installation, but if you turn the seat around and install it forward-facing, you would then use the red circled path. But as a rule of thumb, use the path that is closest to the vehicle seat back. Seatbelts need a way to lock the car seat into place, and the vehicle instruction manuals will explain how to do this. You will need your car seat and vehicle manual. When using the lower anchors to install the car seat, you must first locate the anchors in the car, which could be sticking out of the seat with a universal logo like in the top left picture, and they may or may not be available in all back seating positions. Check the vehicle owner's manual to locate the anchors. Lower anchor installation is when the lower anchors on the car seat are connected to the anchor bars attached in the bight of the vehicle seat. Car seats have 2 types of attachments which connect to the anchors in the car. The top right is a hook-on connector, which needs to be pushed up and over the bar. The bottom right picture shows a push-on connector, which is as easy as locating the anchor point, pushing on the connector, and listening for the click. Both types should be checked for proper attachment by pulling to ensure it stayed connected. You will want to make sure the car seat doesn't move more than 1 inch at the belt path. We will see a video in a few moments that will walk us through all the steps of a forward-facing car seat installation. Lower anchors have weight limits. This label is very clear that when installing forward-facing, you can use lower anchors for a child weighing under 40 pounds, at which time you must switch to a seatbelt installation. Never use both lower anchors and seatbelts unless the manufacturer allows it. Always check the manual. The tether is a piece of adjustable webbing, single or dual strap, with a tether connector on one end attached to the top of the car seat. It attaches to a tether anchor in the vehicle on the other end to limit forward motion in a crash. The tether anchor hardware in the vehicle is what provides an approved location to attach a tether on a car seat. The tether connector is a component attached to the end of the tether webbing, which is used to secure the car seat to the tether anchor in the vehicle. If you don't have a tether anchor in your vehicle, contact your vehicle manufacturer to see if one can be installed. In this following video, you will see that the tether limits the forward motion of the car seat. Now let's talk about fitting the child in the harness to get the proper tight fit. Here is a photo of a child forward facing with the harness at or above shoulder level and the chest clip at armpit level. This demonstrates proper fit. The harness is meant to keep the child in the car seat during a crash. The harness should be moved as the child grows. Each time your child is moved in and out of the seat, the harness should be adjusted for tightness and the pinch test should be done. The next video will show you how to tighten the harness and conduct the pinch test.
With your child sitting properly in the car seat, try to pinch the strap at your child's shoulder. If you can pinch the strap, tighten the harness and try again. If you can't pinch the strap, you've passed the pinch test.
The piece of webbing that the installer was pulling on the front of the car seat is called the front adjuster strap. Pulling the strap makes it tighter, and pushing or pulling on the release lever or the harness release adjuster and pulling out on the harness straps allow the harness to get longer. We learned how to complete a tight installation, and when finished, always check for tightness using the inch test. Pulling only at the belt pads side to side and front to back to ensure the seat does not move more than 1 inch. Each car seat has multiple harness slot heights, and you must move them accordingly. Some seats require you to detach the harness and physically move it from slot to slot. Others have an adjuster which allows the harness to be moved up and down by using a lever. In this photo, you see that the harness is at or above the shoulders, the chest clip is at armpit level, the harness is laying flat, and the harness passes the pinch test. Now we will watch a video from NHTSA on how to install a forward-facing car seat using seatbelt and latch installations. Remember, choose one installation or the other, not both unless directed by the manufacturer.
This video addresses basic tips for installing a combination car seat in the forward-facing position with a harness using a seatbelt. Before you begin, read the instruction manual for the car seat. Also, read the vehicle owner's manual on child restraint systems and how to lock the vehicle seatbelt. Because every car seat and vehicle is different, it's important to follow all instructions carefully. Place the car seat in the back seat of the vehicle in the forward-facing position. Thread the seatbelt through the correct belt path, as directed by the manufacturer. Be careful not to have any twists. Buckle the seatbelt. Lock the seatbelt. Place your hand firmly in the car seat and tighten. The car seat should not move side to side or front to back more than 1 inch when testing at the belt path. Properly position the harness on the child. Harness strap should lie flat, not twisted, and be placed through the slot that is at or above the child's shoulders. Buckle the harness and the chest clip and tighten. The harness is snug enough when you cannot pinch any extra material at the shoulder. Place the chest clip at armpit level. Use the top tether whenever possible with a forward-facing seat. Follow these steps for a 3-in-1 forward-facing car seat with latch. Place the car seat in the back seat of the vehicle in the forward-facing position. After ensuring the child is within the car seat and vehicle weight recommendations for using lower anchors, locate the approved lower anchors in the vehicle. Attach the lower straps on the car seat to the anchors. Press down firmly on the seat and tighten the straps. Connect the top tether strap on the car seat to the correct tether anchor and tighten. This step limits forward movement in a crash. The car seat should not move more than 1 inch when testing at the belt path. Properly position the harness on the child. Harness strap should lie flat, not twisted, and be placed through the slot that is at or above the child's shoulders. Buckle the harness and the chest clip and tighten. The harness is snug enough when you cannot pinch any extra material at the shoulder. Place the chest clip at armpit level. The child is secure and ready to be transported. Emphasize to caregivers the importance of continuing to use the car seat with a harness for as long as possible. Once the child reaches the top height or weight limit of the seat, he or she can be moved to a booster seat.
Once the seat was checked for tightness, using the inch test and the harness was adjusted to fit the child and checked for tightness using the pinch test, they were all set. The last thing was to move the chest clip in the proper position, which is in line with the armpits. Manufacturers have additional features that may be on your seat that we did not discuss. If this is the case, read your manual to see how that feature is used or call customer service. If you have a seat in which you do not know the history, meaning you don't know who owned it, or if it was involved in a crash, or if it has missing parts, the seat is not recommended to be used. There could be hidden issues with the seat that will cause the seat to not function properly in a crash and may cause severe injury. Finally, knowing when your child has outgrown their child seat is extremely important. It is recommended that the child stays in a forward-facing seat using the internal harness until they reach the highest height or weight limit. Once your child has reached those limits is when they can be moved to a belt positioning booster. Because we cannot obviously talk about every car seat manufactured, it's recommended that you review the manuals, the manufacturer's website, along with reputable sources, such as Safe Kids Worldwide and NHTSA for more information. It is highly recommended that if you have any questions about your seat, call the manufacturer's customer service number.